Star Citizen, a project that's been in development for over a decade, although it's still in alpha, is claimed to be one of the most ambitious games ever being made. With version 4.2 introducing new events, new mechanics, and more reasons to explore the verse, the question is Star Citizen worth playing in 2025? Today, I'm giving you a no BS critical review of its features, flaws, and real value, especially if you're thinking about making your first pledge. First, I think it's important to define what this game is and isn't. Star Citizen is an MMO light, space sandbox with FPS combat, ship-to-ship combat, non-integrated player trading, mining, salvaging, and exploration, hopefully with more to come. It's not a traditional MMORPG, it's not finished, and it's not pay to win, unless of course you bought an Idris. But it is pay to access. You need to buy a starter pack to play, usually around $45 to $65, and almost everything in-game is earnable, but the grind curve can be steep. There's no mandatory monthly subscription, but there are microtransactions and frequent ship sales. In 2025, patch 4.2 introduced major updates aimed at revitalizing both PvE and systemic gameplay. The Apex Valakkar, thus dubbed the Space Worm, is Star Citizen's first true open-world raid boss. It's a scripted event that offers cinematic ground combat, radiation-based hazards, and co-op objectives. D0 looting was implemented this year as well, finally adding a level of gear persistence logic. Upon death, you now retain visible gear like your weapons, armor, and backpack, but lose anything that was stored inside your backpack or armor compartments. Initially, I was a defender of this new system as I finally get to wear my store-bought shiny armors without fear of having to wait on the next patch to get them back. However, in conjunction with the medbed respawn system, it's had a negative impact on PvP, especially as the medbeds have been added to the latest Stormbreaker event and allows players to constantly come back with their weapons and ammo even after death.
Doubling back trying to get my shit.
For those that run out of ammo, you may not like my answer, but if you want to cheese this, don't empty your mag, leave at least one round in, reload, and die. The result? Zerging from medbeds and Call of Duty-esque run-and-gun gameplay with no regard to life or loss. Come on, bucko.
If you reset your spawn, we won't kill you anymore, you stupid bitch. We're not griefing you, we just want the ship. But if you're gonna keep fighting us, we're gonna keep killing you, you stupid bitch. Reset the spawn.
Unfortunately, not enough changes were made to prevent capital ships like the Idris and Polaris from being more prominent than ever, though not always being used as intended as well. You'll often find them camping the new location sites, which are prime for bombing. Capital ships are incredible in concept, massive, multi-crew, high-value targets. But here's what they look like in 2025. Players are routinely soloing Idris with no crew and nose-downing people who are on the planet.
So are they in each of the Polaris, or are they both in the shielded one?
I think they're in the shielded one. That's what I'm getting shot from. The target looks like he's
that
moving
guy's
to
on the
it now.
ground. Yeah, he's moving to the shielded Polaris.
Yeah, so if you can hit the shielded one, that's probably the preferred target right now.
Bombs out.
Yep, and of course they're shooting at you now.
Target friendly.
Oh, you missed!
God damn it.
Target friendly.
Oh, there's one in the unarmored one, or the unshielded one too.
Attack on shield.
Or it's the PDCs. I may have gotten in range of the PDCs. I'm not sure. Instead of relying on manned turrets, automatic point defense cannons wipe out any small ships that get too close pretty easily as well. There's still no engineering gameplay to enforce multi-role cooperation. Engineering, which was promised in patch 4.0 mind you, has been pushed back, and as of 4.2.1, it's still absent. There's no power routing, no damage control, and no fire suppression. Just empty panels and placeholder terminals. So let's talk gameplay. What does Star Citizen feel like to play day to day? In terms of progression, there are no XP systems. Progression is completely based on reputation, mission payouts, and what ships or gear you may want, so it's essentially personal goals. There's really no proper onboarding either. New players have a brief tutorial before just being dropped into the deep end with very little guidance. When it comes to the combat, however, FPS combat has actually improved. The Stormbreaker worm adds more urgency and coordination than previous PvE events, while ship combat is more dynamic and satisfying, but as usual, desync, AI rubber banding, and targeting bugs continue to persist even into 4.2. Oh boy, let's talk about those bugs though. Star Citizen has always had bugs, and 2025 is no exception. Ground vehicle engines explode randomly, I've seen this personally. Server desync and AI behavior still lead to frustrating deaths. Persistent inventory bugs and the occasional full wipe can erase hours of progress. And these issues are less frequent than before, I will admit, but still serious enough to impact daily play on a routine basis. Somebody take all my ammo?
No, my ammo is gone too, all of it.
Yeah, every single bit of my ammo is gone.
Yeah, I had like 900 rounds. Now I have nothing.
Yeah, I gotta check my body. It's all the way the fuck over there.
So, is it worth playing? Is Star Citizen worth playing in 2025?
No. It's a scam. Big scam.
If you want a finished MMO or stable sandbox, absolutely not. If you're a sci-fi fan who can enjoy chaos, cinematic moments, just know what you're getting into. When it comes to the marketing versus the reality of things, Patch 4.0 was positioned as a turning point. Server meshing, resource gameplay, engineering system, but many of those systems either slipped quietly off the roadmap or were delayed indefinitely. Marketing trailers show AI deck crews, immersive multi-crew ops, and modular gameplay. Most of that simply isn't there. Let's talk about the concept ships and cells as well. The Banu Merchantman, announced over 12 years ago now, still isn't flyable, but they continue to let people buy it. Meanwhile, we're seeing sales of new unannounced ships and even variants of existing ships popping up while many of the backlog sits, well, in the backlog. Things happen, I get it, I understand game development isn't easy. These practices raise fair questions about whether CIG is prioritizing funding over fulfillment. Now, don't get me wrong, I've had plenty of frustrating moments, but I've also had really epic ones too. Star Citizen isn't necessarily the future of gaming, yet, but it is one hell of a prototype. Leave a comment, drop a like, and remember, play for the chaos, not the promises.